Meets one, meets one, meets one. Before your time. Today, some weird ass shit happened. Remember, I do my videos live, so I may ramble a little bit. I haven't been really sleeping too much. But today, some weird shit happened where the WBC has ordered that Alexander Povetkin take on Stiverne, and they have 30 days from today to get the deal done for the WBC Interim. Now, I knew they was going to do this shit. I did a couple of videos prior to this talking about, you know, if they were going to allow Alexander Povetkin to be the WBC Interim, or were they going to order Alexander Povetkin to fight somebody for the WBC Interim. Now, according to the WBC rules, which I have researched heavily, extensively, the WBC has the right to either appoint an interim champion or have two fighters fight for the interim championship. In this case, Alexander Povetkin is still the mandatory contender for Deontay Wilder whenever he returns. They have made their ruling, and he is still the #1 contender. Whether you think somebody got paid off, whether you think it's racism, or whatever the fuck the case may be, I'm just here to report the news. So when Deontay Wilder comes back, he has to fight Alexander Povetkin. You know, it may not be immediately. I believe they may try to allow Deontay Wilder one voluntary, but also depending on when the Povetkin versus Stiverne fight takes place, it will buy Deontay Wilder some time, because Deontay Wilder says that he wants to be back in the ring in January of 2017. That's not likely, but if he does, then that means that the Alexander Povetkin Stiverne fight may happen in like December or January. So then Deontay Wilder can go to the WBC and say, look, you already got a fight. I've been injured, even though you allowed me to fight two other voluntaries, you know, on a special exemption type shit. You know, I need to get the fight to get back. And since he can't fight right now because he just fought with Stiverne, then let me get a voluntary. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a very, 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 very complex situation. But this is what I said. Now, the drug that he took, Alexander Povetkin, melatonin. I have the fight contract. I have the documents for the fight contract. I have the documents for the Wilder lawsuit against World Boxing Promotions, which is Rabinski, the promoter of Alexander Povetkin. I also have the documents of Deontay Wilder's lawsuit against Alexander Povetkin. And here's the big issue. Now, go look it up yourself, research. I feel that Deontay Wilder and his team jumped the gun with the lawsuit. I feel that they should not have filed a lawsuit until after the WBC ruling. Now, Deontay Wilder filed a lawsuit for lost wages. I can understand filing a lawsuit for you know, training camp expenses and travel expenses, but he filed a lawsuit for lost wages. He didn't lose the wages. The money is in escrow. What escrow means is the money is away somewhere in a bank account that the promoter who won the purse bid, Rabinski, can't touch. You know, or Wilder or Povetkin can't touch until the fight happens. So therefore, he never lost the purse. And this Rabinski guy, I've learned a lot about him. I've been researching him heavily over the last 3 months or so. You know, he's big business. You know, and he's a multi-billionaire. But the first thing probably people are going to say is, well, he's a billionaire and his money's long. He threw money at WADA, VADA, and the WBC. That shit is hard, man. You know, that shit is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to do that shit. You know, and go look up WADA. You know, it's hard to bribe. And really, truth be told, I don't think that they bribed anyone. The drug that was taken is a drug that there's not enough scientific data to determine how long it takes to get out your system. So it's a weird, complex situation. Now, me personally, whether you believe it or not, whether you like me or not, I want Deontay Wilder to win. Do I feel Deontay Wilder will win against Povetkin? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not fucking Russian. You know? I'm not fucking Russian. Also, Deontay Wilder is good for boxing, but I said, listen, if Deontay Wilder beats Alexander Povetkin, I like just along with Al Heyman. I'm going to very soon have a very a better picture of Al Heyman, and also people have been saying they don't like that the lamp is in front of Al Heyman because it looks like he's in jail. That's Al Heyman. Al Heyman don't do no time behind bars. So if Wilder beats Alexander Povetkin, I am going to get a big ass in color framed picture of Deontay Wilder, and when I interview him again, because I have before in the past, when I interview him again, I'm gonna say, listen, I said you wasn't gonna be Povetkin, dog. You know, I'm gonna talk to him on some real shit. I'm gonna like, listen, I said you wasn't gonna beat him. So you know, I'm forever paying homage. I'm gonna bow down. I'm forever paying homage. So sign this photo, and it's gonna be the cheesiest photo. It's probably gonna be the photo of him smiling or some shit, this big ass smile, you know. And I'm gonna have him sign it, and it will hang, you know, in all my videos for eternity. You know, I will have a Deontay Wilder signed photograph in my picture. You know, in like no matter where I get, no matter where I go, you know, I will always have that signed photo of Deontay Wilder, you know, with me. You know, just to show, like, listen, I doubted him, but now you have to understand, Wilder versus Povetkin is a super fight now. Just because the storyline behind it is a super fight now. You know, whether the promoters notice it or not, whether Deontay Wilder notice it or Povetkin, it's a super fight now because there's so much shit going on. And I knew, you know, we're now in August. It's August, the 17th or some shit? It's August the 17th, 7 p.m. exactly, Eastern Standard Time. I knew that when Alexander Povetkin was still ranked #1 mandatory in June, #1 ranked mandatory in July, now we're in August, #1 ranked mandatory. You know, I said they're not going to suspend him. You know, they're not going to suspend him. Also, you know, you have to factor in Robinski. You know, he's a billionaire, so he does have a good legal team. So he hired all these doctors and shit. The point is, they're suing Deontay Wilder for $35+ million. Deontay Wilder don't got that bread, and they're suing him for defamation. You know, and now that the WBC, WADA, you know, have ruled in Povetkin's favor, then the defamation stands from, you know, just using common sense. Look it up yourself. I'm not the type of guy that's going to sit up here and tell you shit that you can't look up yourself. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like, you know, he jumped the gun. He sued for lost wages, but the money was in escrow. He didn't lose the wages. You know, he didn't lose the wages. You know, so some people have been telling me, I don't know if it's true or not, it don't seem like it. He don't seem like that type of dude, you know. Some people have been telling me that Deontay Wilder spends money like crazy. And I'm thinking, well, we know he's got kids. We know that he's got some nice cars. He's got a Bentley. You know, but a Bentley is what? You know, the Bentley he's got is like $250K or something like that. He makes about, you know, anywhere between $1.2 to $1.5 million a fight. And of course, you have to factor in taxes, especially, you know, fighting in New York. You have to factor in Al Heyman's fee. You have to factor in whatever advances he's got from Al Heyman. You know, and I'm thinking, he don't seem like the type of dude that spends a lot of money. So is he in debt? You know, and the only way I can think that, you know, he was really depending on that money. If I'm correct, the money he was going to make for Povetkin. Okay, I'm gonna just read this a little bit for you. On June 1st, 2016, Yolovich sent Wirt a letter making clear World Boxing Promotions' refusal to consent to release the deposit to plaintiffs, instead of threatening to sue Wilder for $2.5 million in liquidated damages if Wilder did not immediately agree to allow the ESCO agent to return the deposit. I thought that was something else. I didn't mean to read that. I'm trying to, you know, I forgot because I haven't been sleeping. But Wilder's going to make, I want to get the exact amount. He's going to make something like around $4.4 million, you know, dollars. By the way, these are, so not like, you know, about $4.4 million or some old shit like that. But basically, you know, he's been cleared. Povetkin's been cleared. You know, and I know people are gonna cry, you know, racism and all that, and they're gonna tell myself, well, you know, Povetkin's team, you know, paid off whoever. You know, Povetkin's promoter's money is long, but guess what? His money long too. You know, so you think he's just gonna allow this shit to happen? You know, his money's long too. So therefore, if Deontay Wilder loses money, he loses money. You think he's not gonna fight back? Thank you, Al Heyman. So, You know, like I say, there's certain things that you guys, have to really, really factor in, and stop throwing the racism card in. Stop throwing the corruption card in. It always seems, and somebody asked me the other day, not asked, but I saw a comment saying, well, what if it was Wilder that failed the drug test? Would you be saying the same shit? Yes, I don't have a reputation, unlike other people, I don't have a reputation for being, my videos being racially motivated. I never did. It's just that people who haven't watched my videos before, or people who haven't watched my videos in a long time, think that, well, he only picks against black fighters. He always picks against white fighters. He can't stand Scandinavian fighters. And I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck about these motherfuckers for real. I'm just covering the news. But like I said, the situation is very, 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 very complex. But if you ask me right now, my personal opinion is Deontay Wilder is in some deep shit, man. He's in some deep shit. But the good thing is, maybe behind the scenes, they can work out some type of deal, to settle these lawsuits and say, all right, listen, we're just going to fight. Because, you'll be a liar if you say that you don't want to see Wilder versus Povetkin. It's a super fight now. It's a super fight now. There's so much involved that makes you think, like, my bad, I'm drinking this fucking iced tea. It makes you think, like, damn, I really want to see if Deontay Wilder can beat him. And both of them are going to be on their A game. But the only issue is, if it does happen, still, the fight's going to be in Russia. Because remember, Brabinski won the purse bid. It's going to be in Russia. So this shit, is heating up, man. This heavyweight division is hot right now, man. It's hot. I'm T Street Controversy with FightView360.com. I cover every single major fight. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. And follow me on Twitter at T Street Live. That's TSTREETLIVE, or TST Controversy for T Street on Instagram, and T Street Controversy Live on Facebook. Once the website is launched, we got some big things going on, yo. We got some big things going on. Please subscribe.